those Wolverines, Alex? How about them Wolverines, baby? Yeah! What is going on, guys? Welcome back to You Don't Know Ball Podcast, episode 24. Happy Halloween. We are all three dressed up for Halloween. So we'll start with the best outfit here. Jack, what are you dressed up for Halloween as?
I'm J-Mo, boys.
We had to kid-friendly it up a little bit, but great costume, Jack. I really like the effort you put into your costume.
Thank you.
Alex, give me a little show. What's your costume?
I'm Clark Griswold from Christmas Vacation. Yeah, pretty chill.
Great costume, Alex. It looks like I really like the effort you put into yours. My costume is I work for Hawk Tua Lubrication Experts. Come see us for anything lubrication needs. Oh man, but anyways,
Peak costume right there.
Is that elite costume right here?
The Talk to a podcast just changed my life.
My mom's gonna be pissed when she listens to this episode. She'd be like, "Isaac, what is your costume?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. It's an automotive company.
Yeah.
Really well known." Anyways, let's kind of get into everything that's happened last week. How about those Wolverines, Alex?
How about them Wolverines, baby? Yeah! Let's go! Come on!
If you couldn't tell, Alex is really excited about the Michigan.
He's a Michigan fan.
He's a Michigan State fan. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, bro. I got my notes. I got my notes about the game. So when we get to that part, we can
get there.
we can talk about it.
Notre Dame absolutely dominated Navy, like I said they would. Knew it wasn't even a test.
Too bad, man. Too bad. Beating up on the military, man. How can you feel good about that?
God bless America. That's nice.
Navy beat themselves, bro. You see how many turnovers they had?
They had like 7 or 8.
They beat themselves.
I have no idea. Yeah, they were struggling. It was good. It was good to see after the adversity we encountered through our game, but we won't address that. But where do you guys want to start first? I mean, the Yankees just lost the World Series to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Ain't nobody want the Yankees to win.
Congrats to the LA Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani, who's literally the entire team.
Freddie Freeman, Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, dude.
Mookie Betts.
That team is loaded. They should have. They are the favorites, anyways. They were the best team in the league. But congrats to the Dodgers. Good. And that's all our baseball talk for today. So I guess that's it. Let's get into more interesting stuff. How about that last college football week? Sorry, we had Michigan versus Michigan State. We had Notre Dame versus Navy. We had
Alabama versus Missouri,
which was just a beatdown.
Yeah.
We had who else did we have? We had
Ohio State, Nebraska.
Dude, that was a freaking closer game than I thought it would be.
Oh.
Indiana, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, and a couple other good games that were actually surprising in some ways. So let's start with – what game do you guys want to start with?
Michigan State.
All right.
I got my notes right here.
Start it.
All right, here we go. So obviously Michigan came out with the victory on Saturday, 24-17 over Michigan State. I lately attended the game. I got my tickets on Friday. Didn't think I was going to be able to go, but made it happen. We were there about an hour before kickoff, so that was super exciting. Obviously, I brought my buddy Johnny. He came on with me, so he came with me to the game. But yeah, so let's get into my notes over the game. Let's go in the 3 keys of the game. I thought that went on during the game, obviously. So number 1.
Oh, really?
That was a rough spiel at the moment.
Yeah.
Number 1, I said last podcast episode, that the team with the most turnovers will lose the game. Michigan State, before the half, Aiden Childs fumbled it on a strip sack, which led into a field goal try to make it 9-7 going in the half. That field goal was the biggest play in that game. If we didn't get that strip sack, I probably wouldn't have been pounding on my desk like I did a few minutes ago. Number 2, I said that because it was a home game, Michigan won. If they were away at East Lansing, and this team is not great on the road, obviously we saw the last 2 weeks they lost to Washington and Illinois. Because it was a home game, they pulled it out. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't special, and it was a struggle bus for a second, and they pulled it out. And I think that having that home game feel definitely pulled it out for it. And my last take is, experience in this rivalry goes a long way. Jonathan Smith and his staff are all new to this rivalry, and Michigan, their staff is basically, Jerome Moore hired in program for his staff, and they knew what this rivalry took, and they know what this game meant to this state. And obviously, I believe that Jerome Moore definitely had an advantage with knowing how this game was going to work. And when you say you have to look up what this rivalry means to the state, you're pretty much in a bad spot, Jonathan Smith. Though be better next year. Fun fact that I had from this Saturday, before this Saturday's game, 48 out of the past 54 games, the winner of the game had the most rushing yards. That wasn't the case this year. Michigan State, pretty sure they had more yards than Michigan in everything. And
the most rushing yards. Got him.
Clark, we hear you loud and clear.
What was the last thing you guys heard?
Michigan did not have the most rushing.
Michigan didn't have at all as many yards as Michigan State. Let me pull up the stat leaders for MSU and Michigan. For passing, Aiden Childs, 17 for 23, 189 yards and 1 touchdown. Rushing for Michigan State, Carter had 19 attempts for 118 and 1 touchdown. Receiving, Carter, 2 receptions for 56 yards. And then they obviously had 1 turnover. Their tackle leader was Malik Spencer with 10 total tackles, and 7 of them were solo. Jonathan Kim, Kim, whatever his first name, doesn't really matter. 1 for 2 in field goals. That first field goal that he missed was at the beginning of the game. That was huge. And then punting, nobody really cares about that, but it's 3 punts for 155 yards. On Michigan's side, Davis Warren, 13 for 19, 123 yards and 1 touchdown. And then for rushing, Alex Orji, the other quarterback, 6 attempts for 64 yards and a touchdown. And the receiving, our tight end, Colson Loveland, 6 receptions, 62 yards and 2 touchdowns and 1 2-point conversion. Big stat for the Wolverines this week is no turnovers, which I did hit on that in the last Friday episode, that Michigan cannot turn the ball over in this game. And then the tackle leader, Ernest Hausman, 11 total tackles, 6 solo, and 1 tackle for loss. Zavada, 1 for 1 for field goals, and Doman had 5 for 183 punt yards. So Michigan definitely got out-yarded in everything other than punting, and it was good to see that stat didn't come true this year, especially that Michigan State did play a lot better than Michigan, but Michigan made the plays when it counted. Obviously, I touched what Nate Carter was rushing for. He had 118 yards. He had 118 yards out of their 163 yards rushing. And Michigan's Alex Orji had 64 yards out of the 119 yards that they had. Okay, final spiel. Player of the game for Michigan. For all of them are for Michigan. So I'm not even going to worry. Michigan State had no players of the games. None at all.
Running back went crazy.
Who?
Their running back.
I don't know who that is.
Carter?
Number
Nate
one. Yeah, I know. It's Nate Carter. He didn't win. Number one.
You know.
Number one. You got to give it up to Davis Warren's performance. No turnovers, which a Michigan quarterback has not done this season. So he did enough to get the job done. 2, Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland, GOAT. I mean, he was all over the field. I'm pretty sure he only had one drop, but the ref caused it because the ref was in the way. So screw that guy. But he had an amazing game. And 3, just the receiving group in general. They finally got open for a lot of their plays. I mean, the flea flicker, catches downfield when the quarterback was scrambling out, like Samaj Morgan, Tyler Morris, Donovan Edwards, Colston Loveland. They all did a great job this week. I was really glad to see that progress from the last few weeks. For defense, I think Josiah Stewart and Kenneth Grant. Without that strip sack and recovered for a field goal for the very next play, this game probably would have been a lot different. Number 2, DB Room. DB Room played so well, especially without Will Johnson. Will Johnson was out for this game, and DB Room definitely stepped up and held the receiving core to little to no. Well, they obviously had a few big plays, but enough to get the win. So, and then number 3, Ernest Hausman, tackle leader. He did pretty good. And overall, just glad Michigan pulled this off for a win. Go Blue.
It was a much needed win for Michigan. I'll say that for sure. It was pretty fun to watch it with a couple of friends and just see all the because most of them were Sparty fans. So every time Michigan get a good play, I'd be like, yeah, let's, saying some unfriendly language. But it was fun to see. It was a lot of fun to watch too. But Jack, you have any thoughts on Michigan before we move on from this? Because it's been a while. This is the most Michigan talk we've had on this podcast, and I think we just lost about 800 viewers.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't write a whole novel for it, but I thought Michigan was going to lose at like halftime. I'm happy they won.
I think everybody in the country is happy they won.
I got something for both teams. Stop fighting after the game's done.
No,
it isn't funny. It isn't cool. Huh?
I like the fighting, man.
It ruins the sport.
No, shows they got spirit.
No, it shows that they got their ass beat. That's why they did it.
Nah, I like it. Keep fighting. Start fighting during the game.
I mean, hockey does it. What's the problem with that?
Exactly.
Hockey's different.
Hockey's not different. They're both wearing shoulder pads and helmets.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And they both refs.
Oh, man.
It's poor character.
Moving on. Alabama absolutely manhandled Missouri this week.
Yeah, they did.
Yes. It was like
of course they did. I mean, there was no question there.
34-0. Jalen Murrow absolutely, and his Tide absolutely embarrassed Drew Pine, former Notre Dame legend.
Dude, how was Missouri so ranked?
He led you guys to one win.
I don't understand how Missouri's still ranked. That's the thing I wanted to talk about because they got their ass beat 34-0 and they're still in the top 25.
Yeah, and they were at 21 before that. You're telling me that ass whooping doesn't constitute getting kicked out?
Right. I mean, Vanderbilt lost to number 5 Texas by 3 points, and they're not ranked anymore.
Yeah, they got booted.
Crazy, but
makes no sense.
No, 0 sense, and I think that's what kind of we're not giving the teams that actually deserve being into the top 25 credit. Like Vanderbilt should be a top 20 team. Who cares if they gave Texas all they could handle, and who cares if they came 3 points short?
The FBI kicked them off for saying that.
Bro, okay, I'll just continue. I believe that the college football playoff rankings that come out in a few weeks, or maybe next week, I'm not entirely sure, we'll get it right. Get those rankings right, because the AP is just not cutting it this year. And,
no.
Yeah. Isaac, you can continue.
No, I'm just saying that they didn't get it right, so that's all.
Yeah, I just said that the college football playoff rankings will get it right, I believe.
hopefully, I mean, that they actually have people that are actually watching the games and
Yep.
judging. So, um, another game that happened, we had Texas Vanderbilt. That's what we should talk about. Quinn Ewers was struggling. I think he threw 2 picks, and
Again.
Vanderbilt almost won that game. If they didn't turn, I think they had a couple turnovers themselves, but
Yeah,
if
but I think
Vanderbilt had the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever and just win the SEC outright. They beat Bama. They should have beat Texas, and then have Georgia at some point this season, I think. So they could have just won all 3 and won the SEC and been in the playoffs. Dude,
they're making our SEC review overview look so bad.
I told you Arkansas was going to be
Yeah,
not
they
the
are.
worst, and Vanderbilt wasn't going to be the worst. The worst team is Mississippi State
Yeah.
by 100. So
But I thought that what was I gonna say? Vanderbilt they so when I watched that game, I saw that like Texas had it. I felt like Texas always had like bit of some control over the game. Like they knew what they got their job done, and then they were just like keeping Vanderbilt in it like on purpose. Like just do something, do something. You know what I'm saying? So I think Texas pretty much had a firm grasp over it, but shout out to Longhorns for keeping it interesting.
yeah, thanks for playing with them. Thanks for toying around with them for a 60 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Not just blowing the brakes off them like you. I don't know. What do we feel about Oregon at number 1 though? Absolutely manhandle Illinois after Illinois beat Michigan. Is Illinois still in
They're
the
the
top
only
25
team.
anymore?
They're 24.
Yeah.
24.
I mean, they're the only team that's been dominating. They're the only team that's been like within reason, like showing like they should be number 1. Georgia struggles. Alabama struggled. Ohio State struggled.
Ohio State lost to Oregon by 1, and I think that kind of threw them off because that's not the responding game I wanted to see out of Ohio State.
Yeah.
And they
No,
struggled with
not
the
at
Nebraska
all.
team. They struggled with the Nebraska team that just got ran through by Indiana the week
Indiana.
prior.
And maybe Indiana's the best team in the Big Ten. We don't know.
Well, we'll find out when they play Ohio
Yep.
State in about 2 weeks.
Yep.
That Indiana team's looking absolutely really scary. I would
Yeah.
not.
Oh, yeah. Michigan plays them next week after playing Oregon this week.
Well,
that's might be 0-2 right there.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait till our picks. I'm gonna wait till our picks. Pick 'em.
it's Michigan's schedule is pretty hard. I don't know
Yep.
if they'll be
It is really tough.
So Michigan goes home against Oregon, away at Indiana, home against Northwestern, and then away at Ohio State.
Yep, looking like you're gonna win 1 game out of those 4.
Yeah.
We'll see.
1 game is halfway a lock for those 3-4 games.
Yep.
We'll see.
Another one. Texas A&M beat LSU.
Oh, that's right.
Go.
What a game that was. Quarterback change that they needed.
LSU came out really hot, and they were up 24-3, I think, at one point, and then Texas A&M just took over.
Man, how they lose a point?
What do you mean?
LSU only scored 23.
Oh, my bad.
I'm just messing
I
with
don't know. I was just guessing, but they were up by quite a bit.
I was just guessing.
I knew LSU was up by quite a bit, and then Texas A&M came back and won. So that's all I knew. But that Texas A&M win for Notre Dame is looking mighty fine right about now. I'll tell you that. Guess who's ranked number 8, baby? Go Irish!
Irish. If they hold their own for the rest of the season, Isaac, Notre Dame's getting in the playoff.
Notre Dame controls their playoff destiny, and
Yep.
it's looking really good right now. We got bye week this week. Then we got what's going to be 1-8 Florida State next week. Then we got Army, Virginia, and then USC. All
There
winnable
you
games. All really winnable games. So I'm looking forward to seeing whoever we play in the playoffs because no one's going to want to play us. We're catching on fire right now. We're getting better and better every week. Riley Leonard's really turning up right now.
Yep.
I know I shared my doubts earlier with him this season. Completely making me wrong now, proving the doubters wrong. So
He had like what, 200 yards, some 200 plus yards passing and 4 touchdowns or something.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's absolutely
Crazy. But
what other games? We talked about the Lions absolutely just dismantling the damn.
We got the Lions being the best team in the league.
Lions about to be the best team in the. Lions about to beat the brains out of Green Bay, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we do.
Hope they don't
I mean,
call Lions.
especially it'll be a hard game to play at Lambeau too. I don't know. I don't think it's a night game though. I think it starts at like 4.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll beat them. Well, we got MVP.
I think we got him, dude.
Oh, we got JMO. Oh, wait, never mind.
JMO's right here on the podcast with us.
Yeah, JMO's on the pod.
JMO, can you tell us what your thoughts were of having a legal right? It's in the Constitution that you can have be armed. It's in the Constitution.
The cop let me off.
Dude, you see that video? You see the body cam for it? He's like, you know who I am? I'm Jameson Williams. I play for the Detroit Lions. He's like, why?
I heard he said that. That's funny.
He's like, why do you have a gun? I'm like, and then he said, do you know where I live? I live in Detroit, man. I'm like, dude. Oh my god. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. But hey, you never know. What?
Yep.
We should do Weddle right now. We haven't done
That boy David Montgomery went crazy though. Y'all see that dot he threw?
Yeah, bro, that was crazy.
Oh my god.
Hey, he played high school quarterback, so they've been teasing
Definitely
us
a high school quarterback for sure.
They were teasing us with that in every single clip the Lions posted. They were like, yeah, David Montgomery was tough at quarterback. Yeah, he was really good at quarterback. And then he goes out and throws a touchdown pass. So, hey, pretty sick. All right, let's get this well going. Who's our first guest? All right, I'll guess myself.
I couldn't think of anybody.
Huh?
I couldn't think of anybody.
All right, is it NFC South?
Try Kirk Cousins. No, wait, no. He plays for Atlanta.
Plays for Hotlanta.
He's 6'1".
Tampa Bay. Is it Kyle Trask?
No, it's not. He's not a quarterback.
Oh, he's not a quarterback.
It's a tight end. I know.
No, he's 6'1". I don't know any tight ends that are 6'1".
It's a receiver.
Chris Godwin?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh
no.
Who is another receiver there? Come on, guys.
It's not.
It's not receivers.
It's not Mike Evans, is it? He's taller than 6'1".
Mike Evans is like 6'5". Young wideout on Tampa.
I can't even think of anybody on that team.
Baker has some. He's younger than 28. Isn't there a guy that Baker used to play at Oklahoma with that's on that team now too?
I don't know. I don't know. Like who? It's not. Remember that speedy receiver that they used to have in Tampa Bay? It's not him. Yeah. Oh man, who would it be?
I'm totally blanking. Every time I think of the wide receivers here, it's just Mike Evans or Chris Godwin.
Yeah, there's not really anything else.
Didn't they draft a receiver out of Washington? Jalen McMillan.
Oh,
Oh, dude, it's not him either.
bro.
Oh. Sterling Shepard. He's got to be short at 6'1", right?
Yeah. It's but he's old, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 31, so he's younger than that. Trey Palmer. Oh, I might
What
be
number is he?
It's Trey Palmer. Yep.
Yay!
Crazy pull.
Crazy pull. Definitely no help from the outside on that pull. But
Yeah, Cal, you can't say that. Can't say we used anything.
What other games happened this week? I kind of want to talk about some other things. How about the Jets still being terrible? It's awesome.
Dude, Washington and Chicago.
Oh yeah, the Hail Mary.
Dude.
What a crazy freaking way.
How do you talk?
How is he taunting?
And then tip the ball right to the receiver for them to win. If I was him, I'd just retire. I'm not doing it.
I was the Bears. I wouldn't let him back in the facility the next day.
You see that Jamal Adams clip where they locked
Yeah.
him, he kicked the coat around. Guess they cut me. No, they
Guess they cut me. Yes, we did.
No, we literally did cut you. So, dude, I can't.
That's
dude,
crazy.
I
It's like
no.
you're tipping that ball up.
Dude,
Watch that thing down.
I've only been playing football for about 14 years, and I've only been taught to tip it down. And now you're tipping it up, and you're in the pros. What did your coaches teach you?
Hey, he probably had a money line that he had to get.
He was celebrating because he was about to cash out on this over.
Yeah.
Dude, Washington's a legit team with Jaden Daniels.
Washington's legit.
Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry.
He's looking like the offensive rookie of the year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Daniels has the best QBR rating in the NFL, I think.
Oh yeah,
Does he?
Yeah.
No, Jared Goff's pretty good.
What about Goff though?
Oh, Goff. I think.
Not
I don't
named
know.
Jared Goff.
Not named Jared Goff.
Jared October Goff.
Goff's going crazy, man.
We better lock in November. He got to win us at Thanksgiving game this year. He got to win us that.
I thought we were in trouble early in that Titans game, though.
Oh, yeah, I thought so, too.
Those first couple drives, I'm like, ain't no way.
Yeah,
we're going to do this with Tennessee.
That's all right. Aaron Glenn figured it out. Finally, forced 8 turnovers. I don't know how many turnovers we finished, punched out, but Brian Branch is a dog.
Yeah. Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph are the best safety duo ever in the league history.
Okay, I wouldn't say that. Wouldn't say that, but they are pretty damn good. The best in the league right now, I think.
I'd say so.
They're kind of running stuff right now. It's pretty awesome.
I think the Lions are the best NFL team.
I think the Lions are the best team too, but
they have their hardest games ahead of them. That's for sure.
The Chiefs don't even look that good. They just have a weak schedule. Mahomes has thrown a pick in 8 straight games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Brady
playing like Josh Allen.
Right. You know who didn't throw 8 picks in 8 straight games? Tom Brady.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. He has a losing
Jared
record.
Goff, Patrick Mahomes' daddy.
Right. 2-0 against Patrick Mahomes. Can't beat that. But what other games happened? We had
Jameis Winston, Baltimore, Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
I watched that final play and Lamar was so frustrated.
Pissed.
I realized my passion was playing football. I love that dude's clips. Were you born around water? You look different.
Lamar, I bet Lamar came in on Monday morning and said, I need a receiver, and they went out, and the Ravens went out and got Deontay Johnson. So
Yep.
They have a decent.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a good ad.
Not just Zay
I mean,
Flowers running around out there, all 5 foot.
the trade deadline's definitely gonna trade line's about to get interesting, especially if the Lions try to get a pass rusher.
I think we
Man, we
passed.
gotta get Max Crosby to the crib.
Well, we passed the trade deadline. I think it was yesterday or today. I can't remember.
Oh, really?
Yesterday.
Was it?
But we didn't trade for the pass rusher, and Max Crosby was untouchable apparently. Like the Raiders can even afford him, but
That's so annoying.
and we didn't even we didn't even get anybody. That's the thing. So I don't know. That was. I mean, I guess I trust Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, but we need to force. We gotta get a pass rusher that can do. I don't know.
Well, isn't it just free agent signings now?
Right now, yeah. I mean,
So-
whoever's left in free agency. So
Taco Charlton, you ever heard of him?
AP. We need a receiver.
we need a receiver. Sign Jack Witt.
No, I said let's get AB.
No, let's not.
Bro,
that.
he's
Hell no.
for his own well being, he shouldn't come back.
We need
Antonio
AB
Brown, we
in
do not need
Detroit.
No, absolutely not.
Oh boy.
My God. No.
CT ESPN go win a Super Bowl with Detroit.
No. No, they're not. Dude, no. What else? Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we go into next week's games?
November football is definitely a very interesting time. That's for sure. This is where we know where the split the boys from the men.
I mean, we start right off the bat this Saturday at November, what, 1st?
Second.
We have Ohio State, Penn State. First big game of the Penn State Nittany Lions. See how they react. See if they can win. By the way, having that game at noon is an absolute crime.
College, it's because Big Noon Kickoff ruined it. It was. I wanted it to be a night game. They ruined it.
Everybody, it should be a night game. I don't understand why it's a noon game.
I don't get it either.
But, whatever. Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson are on the call. I could live without them being on the call for one noon game and make it a night game. That should be a whiteout. That should be a whiteout game.
That should have been the whiteout game.
Guess we just don't have that anymore.
So. Guess they want to ruin some fun.
Yep. What other big games are on this week? Pretty sure
Michigan, Oregon.
Michigan, Oregon. Everybody's making TikToks. Here's a coming down the track.
Yeah, I keep on too. I keep on seeing that too. I'm just like, oh no, we're gonna get our.
Do not pump the bear. Let's not pump the bear here.
No, let's not do that. So they just destroyed Illinois, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna go our way too.
We have Florida, Georgia this week. First time in 30 years it's not on CBS. That game's gonna be absolutely.
It's Grayson's hate week. He's not even on the episode.
Yeah, Grayson couldn't make it on today, but we'll still hate on Georgia for him. Give me Florida for that game.
Yeah.
And that whole squad and a bunch of more criminals, but it's all right. Indiana played
the Criminal Bowl.
Indiana played Michigan State this week, so we'll see how good.
Indiana BTA. Indiana's gonna put that BTA on them.
No, you want Michigan State to win so they can hopefully Michigan can beat Indiana.
No, I don't want to see Michigan State win another game. BTA.
And then
Michigan's not beating Indiana.
No.
Tennessee's wearing their all black jersey against Kentucky. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was the sweetest. They had the sweetest video for them on social media for the Venom. Wait, is this Tennessee? You said Tennessee, right?
Yep.
Yeah, their Venom thing, so sweet.
It is pretty sweet. And then the night game it's pretty much the biggest night game we have for a top 25. It's Pitt at SMU.
7-1.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't believe with this lineup they really didn't put Ohio State, Penn State at night.
Right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Pitt and SMU, I mean, they're good teams, but it's no Penn State and Ohio State.
Yeah,
right.
Pitt just picked off Kyle McCord 5 times.
Their atmosphere does not compete with what Happy Valley has. And I'm disappointed that we decided to put that game at noon.
Yep.
And I think everybody in the country is.
Yep.
As they should.
Yep.
But there's one more thing I wanted to say. Pitt is actually pretty good. They made Kyle McCord throw 5 picks in their last game against Syracuse.
So funny.
See that? Kyle McCord threw 5 interceptions against Pitt.
Blake,
Hey,
I talked to Blake Hawkins after that. He's like, "Oh, it's good to see that Kyle McCord didn't change."
See that Kyle McCord didn't change, dude. He was playing pretty good until last week. Absolutely blew the doors off his turnover problems.
It's just the big game. It's the big games he gets. Big games aren't good for him, I guess.
Gets a little scared.
A little moment's too big, pissed down his leg. All right. Let's do our pick'ems now, and we'll wrap this episode up. We have San Diego State at Boise State. Give me Genty.
Yep. Genty.
Oregon at Michigan.
Give me Oregon.
Give me Oregon.
Give me Oregon.
Sorry, Michigan. Good win last week. Let's just not get embarrassed as bad.
I'm surprised as a loyal fan you picked Oregon, Alex.
I know the truth. It's all right. I'm hoping Michigan wins, but I'm not gonna be flamed. I don't want to get flamed on the podcast and be, "Oh, you picked Michigan. They lost by 40." Like, no.
Game of the week: Penn State hosting Ohio State.
I think Ohio State's got that one.
Give me Drew Allard and the Penn State Nittany Lions. I have hope. At home, Penn State's got this. For the boys.
Penn State all the way.
Duke and Miami. Give me Miami.
Miami. Cam Ward.
Duke's gonna make it close though.
Florida, Georgia.
Georgia.
By 100. Okay, Alex is picking Florida.
Give me Georgia.
Indiana, Michigan State.
Indiana.
Whatever the hell they want.
Indiana, yep. Texas A&M, South Carolina.
A&M. Aggie up.
Clemson.
Louisville.
Tennessee, Kentucky. Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And then Pitt at SMU. Give me Pitt.
I think Pitt.
I think Pitt's just a better football team. They have better skills.
Kenny Pickett. Give me Kenny Pickett.
All right. Before this Thursday game kicks off, we'll talk about it now. Texans at Jets. Give me Texans.
Texans. Diggs, dude. Y'all see Diggs towards ACL?
Yeah, dude. Oh,
crazy. My fantasy team is so screwed.
My team's
good because I'm playing it this week.
Not that one. That one's fine.
Dang it.
I play you in a different league this week.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do in Fantastic Football. BTA, by the way. Lions, Packers.
Give me the Lions. Forward down the field.
And what? Oh, we'll do Chiefs at Bucks. No, Bucks at Chiefs. Sorry. Give me the Bucks.
I guess I do play you, Isaac.
I'm right.
BTA, Isaac. It's coming. All right, this is my turn. This is my chance.
All right, boys. That's gonna do it for me. You guys have any closing thoughts on this?
Go Lions.
Go Lions. Go Blue. Good win last week. Way to keep Paul Bunyan home.
Yep. Go Irish. Good riddance.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye week this week. All of it. We played Calvin this week, so come see us win. That'd be awesome if you can. But it's at Kohler Field. Natty Light Trailer will be there. That's gonna do it for me. Happy Halloween, everybody. Link store should be here soon. I'm not sure, but I'll look into that for you guys next week. And We don't know ball. You don't know ball. You don't know ball. We all don't know ball. We'll see you next week, everybody. Have a great week. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Woo!